Somebody told you once to buy $1 million of umbrella coverage, and you did, and you have not thought about it since. Here's what most people miss. That number was sized to the life you had at the time. It does not resize itself as you build. Let me make this simple. An umbrella policy does two things your home and auto policies cannot do on their own. First, it extends your limits. Your auto policy might cap liability at $500,000. If a jury awards $2.5 million, the umbrella covers the difference. Second, and this is the part people do not know, it broadens what is covered. A true umbrella responds to claims your underlying policies may exclude completely. Libel, slander, invasion of privacy, defamation. If you run a business, sit on a board, or have any kind of public profile, that second part matters as much as the first. Now, why the number moved? Wealth creates exposure. The more you own, the more paths there are to reach it. That is not fear-mongering. That is how the civil system works. Your home and auto liability limits usually sit between $300,000 and $500,000. A serious auto accident can produce a judgment of $3 to $5 million. A drowning in a backyard pool can exceed $10 million. A fall at your vacation property, a dog bite at a dinner party, a teenage driver on the highway. Each one is a real path, and a standard policy limit does not reach any of them. So here's how to think about the number. At a minimum, your umbrella limit should equal your net worth, home equity, investments, business interests, and your future earnings. $1 million in net worth, $1 million in umbrella, $3 million, $3 million, $5 million, $5 million. Above $10 million, most families should be looking at $10 to $25 million in excess liability. Then go higher than the formula. If your household has teenage drivers, a pool, watercraft, more than one property, anyone who works in your home, or board seats, those exposures stack. A family with a $4 million home, 2 teenage drivers, a boat, and a second home has a completely different risk profile than a family with a condo and 2 sedans, even at the same net worth. People assume this coverage is expensive, and it is usually the opposite. A $1 million umbrella commonly runs somewhere around $600 a year. Each additional million after that typically adds less than the first one did, because the cost per million drops as the limit rises. A $10 million umbrella often lands in the low thousands, which on a high-value home can be less than 1 month of property tax. Now, if you compare 2 umbrella quotes and the prices are not close, this is usually why. Ask whether the policy includes uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. Most conversations about umbrellas only cover the harm you might cause to somebody else. This is the other direction. If your family is hit by a driver with no insurance or with a state minimum policy that does not come close to the injuries, excess uninsured motorist coverage is what protects your own household. And here is the part to hear clearly. No carrier adds this automatically. Some offer it as an option you have to elect, and some will not write it at all. So if nobody has ever asked you about it, you almost certainly do not have it. It moves the premium, and it is usually worth paying for. Your actual number depends on your homes, vehicles, drivers, and whether you add that coverage. So treat everything I just said as a range and let a licensed advisor price your situation. One last distinction, because the words get used interchangeably, and they are not the same. An umbrella gives you higher limits and broader coverage. An excess liability policy gives you higher limits only, with the same terms and the same exclusions as the policy underneath it. For most families with real assets, the true umbrella is the better instrument, and the price difference is usually small enough that there is no reason to take the narrower one. So that is the honest answer. Start at your net worth, go higher for the exposures that stack, and know that going higher costs less than you think. The carriers built for this, Chubb, Cincinnati, Vault, and Selective, write limits from $5 million up past $50 million, and the umbrella has to coordinate with the home, the autos, and the watercraft underneath it, so there are no gaps in between. If nobody has revisited your limit since you built what you have, call us at 801-505-5500, and a licensed grid advisor will look at the whole picture with you. Let's protect what you built.